Right, hello, and welcome back to the episode of Elden Ring, How to Play a Prophet. So this episode, we're going to get through some content. Currently, we are at the Church of Elo, where we left off at the very end of the last episode. So we're going to jump straight into the game, straight into the Gate from Ruins. We're going to clear the ruins, pick up the map, and pick up another key item here. Now, the item we want to pick up is the Whetstone knife, because what we want to do is enable. Well, what it will enable us to do is apply ashes of water to our weapons. Now, we're stuck with the spear at the moment. We're going to pick up a key weapon from this site here. But first things first, what we want to do is rest, because it's, I think it's still night time. So we want to rest today. The reason is, when you rest, at nightfall, there are certain enemies there. You can see them there, just above the sort of ruins. At night time, various enemies appear that aren't there during the rest of the game, or the daytime, I should say. The boogeyman comes out. Now, there are bats, things like that, which could be more annoying. They're a bit of a pain for us to deal with right now, but also there are certain key bosses that also appear. Not here, but there are. There's the Knight's Cavalry boss, there's some death birds, there's some other pretty unpleasant things that appear only at night. There are other circumstances where it is actually quite useful to use for it to be night time, but this is not one of those times. So let's jump into morning. Let's rest. He's asleep there in his pajamas. Right. Now, we want to get on. So currently we don't need to use the torch. We need to get rid of that. We're not going to use the shield either, so we're going to get rid of you for the time being. Or will we? No, we might use that later, actually. Yeah, unlock those. So we want to take out this guy first. Now, I've found the best way to take this guy out is just hit him with... That normally kills him, you son of a bitch. Alright. Yeah, didn't have enough damage mitigation on his shield, did you? Now, normally, 2 blasts of catch flame will annihilate him, but never mind. One mustn't grumble. Here is an awesome weapon, though. This is the Lordsworn's Greatsword. We're going to get away, because this chap here, right there, see he's got a horn. If he sees us and he blasts that horn, every single son of a bitch in his camp will come get us. We don't want that. What we do want to do is upgrade from our spear to any weapon. So we're going to do that now. So if I jump down now, you'll notice here we've got a red cross through it. What that means that technically is if you look down to the attributes required for this weapon, we actually need strength 16. Now, strength is a funny stat because if we two-hand a weapon, we get another like 1.5 times our base strength, which for us is 11, which means we would actually have enough strength to use this weapon, as long as we two-hand it, which is what we're going to do. And we should have, we're still in a medium load because we've got no armor, we're very light. So that means we're not going to be using any incantations for a moment. We're going to straight away two-hand this weapon. Now this is a good sword to use, actually. It's not the one we're going to do. We are going to be using a great sword in this build. I've decided I'm going to use the claymore for a bulk playthrough, but we don't get that for quite a while. That's it's way down here in the Weeper Peninsula, which we can't even see yet. And you have to take down Castle Morn. It's quite a big area. Technically you can run in, pick up the sword and die, and then you got it. But I would rather tackle that when we've got the content. I don't kind of like that kind of suiciding to get things. I mean, we might do it occasionally, but it seems wasteful. But what we're going to do in the meantime is avoid this guy at the plague. There's a chap here that we're going to take down, like so. That's ridiculous. Drops the bolts. But this is why we need strength 16, so eventually we can one-hand this weapon. Because if you one-hand this weapon with a shield, you are, or not this weapon with the claymore, you are pretty sexy. We also want those guys, that yellow shield to have the brass shield. We actually want the brass shield for ourselves. It's amazing. One of the best sort of medium shields in the game, actually. We're going to use a shield that's not far off, but the brass shield is just great for... It's 100% physical damage negation first, which is great. But it also has pretty high guard boost, which means once you level up the shield enough, guard boost is significant enough that you can almost negate all damage with barricade shield, for example. But either way, it's just a solid shield. But we're going to find a pretty good shield in any case. You can actually run away for a merchant, but we'll get to that in a bit. You drop some armor, you drop a helmet. We don't really want to wear a helmet right at this moment. Please be told. Let's take on this guy quick. Where's the other guy? Oh, he's running the other way. So we'll take him down straight away. Yeah. Sometimes you can get grass shields straight away from these guys. Other times it takes hundreds of kills. Right. We're going to avoid... I mean, I'm not sure that it works that way in real life. You can't just roll through a cart like that and not expect to break your spine, right? You're going to roll these up. You've got some runes. Really? Yeah. Obviously, if you're on Torrent the Horse, we can just, yeah, straight up, but that's neither here nor there. So what we're going to do... Take this guy quick. Ah, shit. Didn't go as well as I'd hoped. Fuck me. Okay, that didn't go as well as I would have hoped it would have done. Okay. Alright. Okay, that wasn't as smooth as I would have liked, but you know, you can't have everything, right? Can't have everything. The wolves drop thin beast bones on occasion, which would be useful, but nah. There's another guy around here, I believe. Sneak. Can we just... Yes, we can. Suit you, sir. Right, so that's one thing done. The item we want is actually down there, but I don't want to go down there and run the risk of triggering a bunch of enemies on my neck, because we just used our one flask of Crimson Tears, so we actually use our only health potion, so we can heal up. The problem with dual wielding weapon, we can't use our finger seal, so we can't actually use our heal spell, which is a pain, which we do need to, so we're going to have to be a little bit careful, try not to get hit anymore. This is why we need vigor, because we're just not strong enough, so yeah. You just need to take hits. Vigor is so important in this game, so important. Truthfully, there's... Yeah, what's a herb? I'll take that. Shit, there's two of them. Okay, well, just have to take it down. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Okay, one down. No! Alright. There's another one down. So, realistically, yeah, we're going to use our finger seal and heal up a fraction. We're going to take a blue potion. We're going to dual wield our sword, like so. We're going to take on this guy. Now, there's another weapon in this cart here as well, but we can't use that. But we'll pick it up for posterity, I guess. Yeah, he can't beat a great sword. Big sword, big damage. Oh yes. And the Lord Sworn's great sword is actually pretty incredible. This we've got a flail. So let's talk through the flail very quickly. This is a pretty good weapon. No use to us whatsoever, unfortunately. And I can tell you why. Because dexterity is 18 minimum requirement. It basically means this is a keen scaling weapon. So it's useful for dex build. It is useful because it causes blood loss build up, which is very useful. Obviously, the higher your dexterity goes, you can start doing some mad damage with this weapon. But our dexterity is not going to get any higher than 15. We don't need any more than that for this build. So at various times it may be slightly higher than it is now, but fundamentally that's the truth. So we don't need flail. So we'll put that. We'll store that away in our chest later. But we'll do some inventory management in a bit. Early flail. We don't need those at all. I don't know why I picked that up. I'm such a kleptomaniac. We want to take out this guy though. So what we're going to do is actually summon the wolves. This, yeah. And they will help. They're not that strong, but they are good at distracting and staggering. Yeah. And he's going to make a beeline for us no matter what. Oh. He's got that shield. He's got the Gilded Great Shield. We actually want that for this build. Like that. Gotcha. There you go. Let's say take him down. He can drop. He's a Godric Knight base. He can drop any of that armor that he's wearing. He will drop if you kill him enough times. But that Gilded Great Shield is amazing. But it does require phenomenally high strength I think it's about 36 or something like that. So yeah, we can't use it for quite some time. It's heavy as fuck, so that's also a problem. So we won't be using that, but I will farm that in between videos, but much later on in the game. There's a few great shields I quite fancy using, but that one in particular I love to bits. But main priority is a brass shield for one of these boys. And smiling butterfly, which we want to use our fire pots. So we'll show you how to use those in a bit. So, where are we? 12 minutes. So the map is here. We want this map, like so. And is there another guy we want to kill? Have I killed everybody? We have, haven't we? No. There's more. This guy. Hopefully the wolf should help take him down. I think that's the last of it. So, fun fact: when you clear an enemy like this, clear an area like this of all enemies, you get your flasks and it's like a full reset of resources, which enables you to go through. You haven't got to keep, because you can't save in this game, as I think was mentioned before. So you basically go from checkpoint to checkpoint, and there are various packs of enemies like this. And every time you take them out, you might use some resources to take them down, and then you get resources back as you cleared the area, so to speak. Now, let's go for the real reason we're here, the main reason, apart from the map. Actually, we can do that now. Get a map. So we've got a map of Limgrave West, like so. If we look here, yeah, it's lit up a lot of this area. There are fun, a lot of areas we should explore. We need to clear out this area. There's a cave. There's a cave here I want to take out. There's obviously the Grafted Cave, which we're going to explore probably next after this, actually. Limgrave tunnels here. There's a boss here. There's the dragon here, which we're going to avoid at all costs because we will just wreck our day. There's a ton of things to get. We need to pick up another map for the East Limgrave area, but this is kind of your start area of the game. But yeah, it'll enable us to put map markers, so future videos we can just like put in on particular areas we want to cover on an episode by episode basis. So the main reason we're here, as I was about to say, is to retrieve a key item called the Whetstone knife. Actual Stormstop as well, which is a lot of these other Ashes of War did get buffed a little bit in the recent patch, because as of time recording, this is a couple of days after patch 1.07 came out, so there's a lot of. I haven't been through it all myself. I've watched a couple of videos on it, got the skinny version, but I haven't really. It's going to affect our playthrough. By the time this playthrough comes out, by the time we finish this playthrough, there'll be more patches and things will change, so I'm not taking it as gospel, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, at least the beginning. But we're not. Stormstop's fun, but the sword, if we use this sword, it's got a decent enough Ash of War in it in any case. And also, we're going to make a beeline for the broadsword next as another weapon to use, which is when we want to use sword and shield while we're building our strength up, so to speak. And they have both the broadsword and this sword have pretty good Ashes of War as a standard, if you like. So let's go to quiet. But what we got the Whetstone knife. Now this allows us obviously to apply other Ashes of War, which is great. Now this is the basic one. There are better ones to get. We need the Iron Whetstone. We need there's one for fire. There's one for holy. There's one for occult. So there are other things we can do with them, which also is very important. What we're going to do while we're here, actually, before we go track any further in the game, is trigger a quest. We're going to meet an NPC, and he's going to give us a ton of mushrooms, which are useful for parts we can use later. Well, we're going to grab this ton of grace. We're going to avoid that dude on the horse that says Caden Sellsword over there. Those guys are bad. But they're not. They're easy, but right now, until we get some vigor under our belt, they're not the sort of enemies we want to face. Now, there's also an Ash of War we want to pick up here. Determination, which is actually also very good. Not particularly for this.
You there?
In a minute.
Could you help us out, Cully?
Yeah. So we're going to pick this Ash of War now. That basically does like double damage on your weapon. I said, well, let's not kill ourselves. Let's just fuck them off. Well, they're not the problem. It's the guy on the horseback I don't want to deal with. I heard you the first time.
Stop pretending you can't.
No, they've ignored me. Yeah. I'm not pretending, I'm just ignoring you outright. Artillery leaf feels good. Can she? No, I'm too slow. No.
Why won't anyone look me in the eye? I'm not that ugly, am I?
Shush. I really can't do anything. Yeah, we gotta be careful we don't hit him
What'd
twice.
you go and do that for? Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really.
Right, that's what it does.
What a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned.
Right.
So this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me.
Sure.
Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Well, then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon.
Spoilers, he's never of any real use to us at all, but
Right. I'm frightened of them. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
well, eventually what happens is we do a little quest for him and then he will basically be able to alter our garment, armor, change the design of it. Typically what it does is just reduce the weight or remove cape, just fucking waste of time, in my opinion. I mean, I know for the most part armor in this game is cosmetic, but I mean, what the fuck, right? It's a waste of time. Let's kill this guy. We don't really need them. I don't need thin beast bones at all, but oh, there's a mushroom there. So what I would kind of like is beast liver. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just ignore them for now. Sometimes you get lucky. Now we can make life easier for that. Also, along this old cliff line are all these birds, which we can use to farm feathers and four-toed fowl foot or whatever it is. But fuck it. That's easy with lightning spear. Doing the sword is going to be too painful. So you can farm these quite a bit, but we'll go through that in later episodes, I think. We don't really need. There's not a lot of farming necessary in this build. We want these mushrooms. This is actually quite a nice route, thinking of it, yeah. The reason why we're here, I should say, it's a cookbook there, crafting book I want to pick up. But we don't want to trigger the enemies, so I'm not going to kill. You can kill the enemies, but I don't want to waste time doing that. We can just burn through it. There are some sunflowers here as well, which we can use for the holy pots, because we don't have enough money now to buy. Obviously, Kale will buy that missionary's cookbook, but let's run through here. Armorous cookbook 1. We don't know that. Nope. They pick up the smiling butterflies. We've got a few of those. We now actually have everything we need to make some fire pots. But we'll do all that at a later date. We're going to reset the area by resting, just so that we can fast travel out of this place, like so. We're going to jump down to the church villa first. Like so. You'll see our friend here.
Wait, weren't you?
Yes,
Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
I do, yes. Yeah, we can buy the fire pots, so we'll probably actually buy all of those. Yeah. Yep. I haven't got quite enough gold left. Shit. We have got some runes to sell though, right? Yeah, we can sell two of those. Purchase. Again, these are quite good, but not good enough for us. There's also a large leather shield, which is a slightly better shield than what we have, but I don't want to waste money on a shield that's not fundamentally good. 85 physical damage negation. Oh, I mean, the guard boost is not terrible. It's not the worst shield in the world, but there are better options. There are better options. We're going to find a much, much better shield later on. I mean, I could just farm Gatefront runes for a brass shield, but we can't use it at the moment anyway, so there is another one we can get. I think we need strength 12 for the next shield, but in the short term, we will buy this cookbook so we can now buy holy water pots. Buy, crumb.
Goodbye.
We're not going to use them right now, but they come in useful later on. So, yeah, that's all we wanted from him. We jumped... Oh, I didn't mean to do that, did I? We jumped down to our crafting, item crafting. This is what we need the beast livers for, by the way. We don't need fireproof blood liver right now, but it's quite useful later in the game. We have... Fire pot's probably going to be mainstay of our arsenal, at least early on. It's just cheap range attack. We don't have many resources, but between Gatefront Ruins and the little run I did to get the tarnished sunflower by that camp, we can actually get, yeah, you can get all the ingredients we need. Holy damage is kind of this is basically situational rather than anything else. Holy damage in this game is not very good at all, generally speaking. I mean, if you are later enemies in the game all holy resistant because they do holy damage themselves, like the Elden Beast, for example, you know, this is no good to you whatsoever. But for the undead, this is fantastic. So fire damage is going to be one of our mainstays. Holy damage situational. Sometimes it's great, other times it's just dog shit. So, but they will come in handy. It's just used to get the crafting books. I mean, one day I'll do a run and I'll show you where to get all the crafting books. But until then, yeah, we'll just worry about it then. But what we will do in the short term, we're going to jump to the Graveside Cave. We've got, 20 minutes. We've got just enough time to clear that cave, that camp out. So we're going to do that now. We're going to change our loadout. Sword is too heavy. Don't need that. So what we're going to do is put our spear back, put our torch, and we're going to equip the shield. And then we're going to go to item crafting. We're going to make all of the fire pots we need. We're going to jump down to equip our fire pots, like so. We're going to equip the shield. Yeah, this is what I want the fire pots for. Alright, okay then. You do that. Oh shit. Okay, you do you. That's him down, right. Now the rest of them are relatively straightforward. So you can attack, flat me. See what I mean? The torch is a relatively good weapon for what it is. Is that wolf gonna come up or no? No, well, do it that way, do it my way. And there's actually another cracked pot down there, we're going to pick that up in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to... There's another wolf here I want to take down. Right, hello. Take him down, got you. I don't think there are any more wolves, so I think we killed them all, did we not? Cracked pot, another cracked pot for our collection. Another wolf here, so we're going to try and do a jump attack. Yep, got you. Hello. Oh shit, I didn't realise I'm nearly dead. So in that case, we'll use our healing potion. Yeah. We'll pick up glowstone, which we don't really need. They're useful for lighting up areas, to be fair, they are actually relatively useful, but I always tend to forget they exist. But it's quite useful if you're going for places you've not explored before. You can kind of drop them down and it'll kind of help you light your way and show you where you've been. Now, down here is a boss. So, I think I'm going to tackle this. Have we got enough? Yeah, we have. I would say that catch flame would be more useful, or the spear might be better. This guy can move around. He's actually just there's not really a boss. He's actually a normal monster slayer in the game, but right now this guy is a bit nippy, zippy, I should say. Right, let's jump through here. Right, some of the wolves. ASAP. no. Yep. Oh no. Yeah, I'll keep him occupied. His poise is very good on the upside, but right, let's finish him off the catch flame. Yeah. That's the power of catch flame. It just does. Just wrecks enemies. So we get the Flame Drake Talisman, which obviously with the addition of Fireproof Tri-Liver is actually quite useful. Not useful to us in any way, shape or form right now, but we've got it. What I really came here for was the easy runes, truth be told. Now, yeah, so I want to level up a little bit. We bought the things we need for now. We're going to buy another sword in a bit, but yeah, we're already 28 minutes. We probably could. Yes, let's jump to the main entrance. So, now we're going to teleport back to main man at Church Villa. And actually level up. You know? So let's do that now. Talk to Melina. Nah, you're right. Thanks. So, key stats for the early game. The next few levels are Vigor and Strength. We need Strength 12 minimum, 16 as a goal, Vigor to 15, Dexterity to 13, but that's minor note for the time being. But Vigor we need to pump straight up. Before we do anything else, Vigor is your key stat. You need hit points, baby. You need hit points, and we'll get by with the weapons we have. We're not going to be using the claymore much, and we can always two-hand the Lordsworn's greatsword if we need to. But really, so we want 15 vigor, then we'll pump strength, and then we'll get vigor to 20 to 25, something like that. That's okay. Endurance does also need to build up, but hopefully, if we can pick up the Erdtree's Favored Talisman, that will plug a lot of gaps in our build in the short term. So the next thing we want to do. Actually, there's two things. There's another dungeon we need to check out, but I'm going to ignore it for the time being. We're going to run down here. And there's a troll just down here. We're going to run past him because we could take him out, but it's a bit risky, and we're going to get some runes another way. So let's ignore this chap for the time being. See you later, mate. See you later. Yeah. While we're down here, there are two things I do want to do. Demi-humans, that's what those monkey men are called. Bok, for example. Sorry. I've got an ADHD brain. Things just come to me. Now there is an Ash of War. I think it's an Ash of War. I can't remember which one it is, but we'll try and get that. These things are typically annoying. We'll give it a couple of goes. I should explain. You know, these, as you can see, they're visible. One of those little glowing balls. They're a pain in the ass. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait till he comes back round. This is why I don't like doing these. It's always fun to do off camera. We can try to pick it up. Gotcha. Actual stamp sweep, which is that not what we already have on that stamp upcut? We'll try them out when we get some more weapons. We'll try out some of these Ash of War and just see if they're good. We'll kill a couple of birds. Spectacular fail, of course. Yeah, they're better to kill the sword or catch flame, but I want to kill this chap here. We're going to try. The plan is just nuke him. Yeah, enough on that. A strip of white flesh. Not used to us now, but we'll just pick it up now while I'm thinking about it. I want to kill a few things just to get some runes, really. Yeah. Even on the horseback, even on torrent, it still takes a while. No, that's rune fragment. We don't want those. By rune, I mean ruin fragment. We're not going to kill this turtle though. It seems barbaric, but got to be done. Now, they are actually a case in point of why Catch Flame is very useful for enemies that are resistant to certain damage types, because obviously the hard shell. If we try to kill it with a spear, it would have taken about 72 years. Now we've got some Demi Gods here. We're going to take these guys out just because I want the runes. I know. No. Right, okay. Enough. Get our resources back, right? Jump back on the turret. See that shield? I mean, we use it as a parry, but it's just not a very good shield fundamentally. But underneath this rock here, I mean, there's a cave we need to explore that we're guarding. We'll go back to that in a moment. But yeah.
What do you need?
I don't want any trouble either. So let's purchase. What's he got? He does not influence flow. He does have some of these preserving bonuses, which are also very good. He's got an armor's cookbook, which allows us to build neutralizing bonuses, build, craft, and some various other things. But what we want is his broadsword. We're gonna have to pick that up. We might have to farm a bit to buy that. Yeah.
All done?
Yeah.
Well, be on your way.
So we're going to run down here. But the broadsword is what we want, and also that crafting. Neutralizing bonuses are useful for various points in the game. But we'll come back to that. He also sells smithing stones and some other things, but I'll probably do a smithing stone run later, in a later episode, make a dedicated episode for that. We haven't really got any weapons on upgrade other than the finger seal for the time being, in any case. We've got a torch. Yep. We'll rest to this side of grace just to recharge our resources.
It hurts.
Right, speak spot.
You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. You'll end up just like me.
Alright, anyway. This here is a examine. We can actually activate. That's a summoning pool. So if we were, not that we're online, but if we were to invite another player to help us out kill this boss, we don't need it. We don't need help to kill this boss. Spoilers. Down here we have some more Demi Gods. These are relatively straightforward. Bit quick, but they don't really present a huge problem. Right. Hello, good sir. As you see, the torch is not a great weapon. Obviously, its usefulness will dwindle the further we get in. But take this guy out. Oh, sneaky! You sneaky little bastard. Okay, let's heal. This is why we focus so heavily on the blue flasks. Just we can heal whenever we like, and it does enough. Obviously, I believe it scales without faith. Oh. We're going to take out this guy. He is... not as tough as he makes out. Obviously, you can see the little bits of damage you take when you use the shield to block. And if you can block with it, it just... take too much damage for my liking, so we're going to get a better shield at a later date. Now here, there is a boss room, but before we do that, you'll notice on the ground here there is a little summoning sign. This is not a real player, this is an NPC we can summon to help us. In fact, this is an NPC that we will actually kill later in the game. But in the short term, we'll summon him. He will help take down the enemies. And also what I'm going to do is swap out our gear. We don't need this anymore, we don't need this. We don't need the shield, that's going to be a little minimal use to us. We are going to want the great sword though. We're going to dual wield that. That will be of significant use to us. We're dropping here. There are a ton of enemies down here, so I want to summon wolves as possible. But Old Knight Istvan will definitely help us take out some of these guys. We're going to keep an eye on that big one because they're very quick. Oh no, there's two of them. Don't forget. Fuck me. No, leave me alone. Take on him. Seriously, take on him. No. We don't do anywhere near as much damage as I would have hoped, truthfully. Jesus! No! No! How's he getting on? No! 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 Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Right. I'd appreciate it if someone else would help. Let's go down. That'd be amazing. No! No. Let's take this guy down. One down. Right, so that wasn't particularly critical, but got it done. Now that gives us the tailoring tools which we can use for Bok. Now we're not going to actually put an a sewing needle, which that's no good to us. We did get enough runes to buy ourselves a broadsword though, which is good. So that's next on our agenda. But before we do that, we're going to farm some silver fireflies. Now there is another thing we want to do while we're down here. Now actually we want to re-equip our torch. We're going to re-equip our spear. That. And we're going to equip our little shitty little shield. Yeah, that was not as clinical an encounter as I would have hoped, truth be told. But we got the job done, right? Got the job done. That's why we need to level up a bit, both the gear and yeah, stats mainly. Strength is gonna have to be boosted quite a lot. Right, where are we? There should be some demi units down here somewhere. One of us fly. No, don't. That does the job, right? So I was holding my breath there. Forget how flimsy the Prophet is at the beginning. When we're wearing this little dress, when we got armor and we got hit points, we will be in a much stronger position. Early in the game was a bit risky. I mean, obviously I've had a bit of practice. I'm not the best by any stretch, but we're okay, right? So up here is the side of grace we want to activate. Some sheep. One of these guys is going to drop me a beast liver. Not today, right? The jellyfish. Leave the jellyfish alone. There is. Activate the side of grace. In fact, no, we don't need to rest. We'll rest later. Through here is the Church of Dragon Communion. Now we can't actually do anything here because what we actually need is dragon hearts, but I'll show you through what we can do. So if you go to the Ritual Dragon Communion, click on there, and you can see that once we have a dragon heart, we can actually buy these. Now these all require faith and arcane. Faith is good, arcane no good. We don't have much. The one exception is we could probably use Dragonfire, and another one that is good to use is Rotten Breath, which we can't pick up here. We pick it up at a later point in the game. Now because our arcane is already 10, it doesn't take much to a bit of creativity with items to get enough to be able to use at least some of the rudimentary Dragon Communion spells, but it's not a huge concern, honestly. Now, there are a couple of things we do want down here, or at least one thing. We're nearly done this episode. We're going to wrap up relatively soon because I don't want to have the length the episodes had before. I just didn't realise we'd cover as much as we did as quickly. Come on now. Oh, I want to come back and get that another time. Never mind, that's annoying. There's basically some smithing stone, it's nothing like major. But it's not that important to us, but it's still disappointing. Smithing stone 2. You know what, it is not, it's going to annoy me. Right. We'll get that. Some smithing stones, if you don't know, are used to level up. Level up? I don't mean that, do I know, but I know. We mean upgrade. Unique weapons such as I don't know, Whetstone Blade or whatever. Smithing stones are very good weapons. No, we're not in a position to worry about that at the moment, but we will be. We will be. Right, whereas there he is. Yeah. Now we don't need that now, as I say, but you know, yeah, it's enough for the time being. So. We just want to start stockpiling materials because you never know what weapons we might want to use and when. I have a rough idea. I've played through this. You know, I've essentially played through this once already. So there's a few things I do want, but that I know I do want. But there's other things I might want to experiment as we go because this is going to be probably another 100 episodes or so. So there's going to be lots and lots of time and maybe 2 or 3 months of gameplay. So I might change my mind as and when. And it's nice to have the option to level up as we choose. I mean, respec's always fun. There's lots of things we can do. So, let's jump to the cave. Let's go back to see Bok, who is full. A whinging Wilma, as my mum says. Hello.
Oh.
Yep. I'm not really interested in his dialogue, to be honest, so give the sewing needle.
Wait, you got it back
I did.
for...
Does he say anything?
What made you go and do a thing like that? My mum was a seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
I mean, no.
Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to...
Alright, that's his dialogue. That's enough of his quest for the time being. So now we can leave this cave. We're gonna go. We could level up and continue the quest for the vigor, but what I want to do first is actually speak. Get the broad. Well, I mean, we don't want the broadsword. Yeah, we know we will. We will get the broadsword. It's useful for a variety of reasons. It's quick, and it's got a good. Moveset, which, I mean, part of the point of these playthroughs is we showcase various weapons, loadouts, and you know, it's always nice to have weapons you can put Ashes of War on. So let's jump here. Let's speak to him.
You again?
It is me. Yeah.
I don't want it.
Neither do I. Purchase. So we haven't got enough, have we? If we sell whatever else we have on us, yep. And we purchase the broadsword. Smithing stones will come back. As I said before, what we will do is do a dedicated smithing stone run, probably clear up in a few videos time, clear up all the merchants of their available inventory. Bow we could use, but I mean, bows are shit in this game, honestly. I can think of a couple of circumstances where we might need one, but lightning spear, the incantation is much vastly superior. But we have to do this so we can make neutralizing bonuses, and then next video I'll probably do a little. I will do some. Show a couple of my little farming runs for, you know, locations to use, just to use what we have, our existing crafting materials, or we can farm crafting materials for existing recipes. Not suggesting we do. We'll just do. They're very quick runs, but it's useful to know. The only thing we want from this is a neutralizing bonus, which actually, if you don't know, is to cure poison. So it comes in handy at various points.
All done?
Yeah, all done.
Well, be on your way then.
Thanks. We can also check out the broadsword. We'll very quickly check that out. We'll go back to our gatefront ruins as per usual. To go to these guys are basically my punching bags, and I tend to attack the ones with the shields because I want the brass shield, right? We don't need. We're not clearing the whole camp, so we don't need to. We're not going to get even near the bats. We're just going to kill those two guys. So if we swap to the broadsword, obviously we can use this one-handed. Now this is a pretty cool sword, actually. That's your attack. So you have like a... Yeah, it's like a stance, like a warrior. It's pretty cool. Let's go see this shot. Hello. Still one shots him. Lost one's bolt. Yeah. 4 bolts. Anyone fancy dropping shield? Anyone? Anyone? Obviously not. Okay. And there's another brass shield guy just here, right? Kill him quickly. And we will jump back on torrent. No brass shield for us. Anyway, that's just to showcase the movesets. We will run past those high. Okay. Now they're not going to run towards us, but we don't care. We're going to rest. And that's us. We don't have enough points to lock, do we know? So what we're going to do, we're going to call this episode done. I'm not sure what we're going to do next episode. I'm going to have a little think through videos and plan out my next move. Because we need a shield. That's a definite. We're going to do the crafting run probably. I'll just showcase a couple of things. Oh, I mean, I can actually talk you through what we have now. Show you. So, I can show you where to get a reason why to get mushrooms. In fact, no. Well, yeah, we'll see. I'll show you where to get mushrooms. Not a huge supply, but enough. Smiling butterflies we can pick up a few of. Because I'll show you where to get holy water pots. Not the tarnished sunflower. And nutrition bonuses, we need great dragonfly head, we need cave moss, we need herbert, and I can show you a place we can farm those. Not in great supply, but it's enough to do a little run here and there. But for now, that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.